Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially live. Hold on. All right, my webcam is much better. All right. Really got to get a new webcam. This one always freaking freezes on me. Freaking freak, dude. What the frick? What the frick? All right. Let's see here. Yo, my camera. All right. Hold on. If this keeps freezing, I'm just going to stop it. I have no clue. I think my connection is not that good right now with my camera. What the heck's going on? Either way, are we live? I think we should be. All right. Hopefully my mic is on. Just gonna do a quick mic test. Cool. Yeah, we're good. See what we got. We opened up here 17. Shout out. Chilling out. I think we might have a chance to go up. We're above VWAP. I'm gonna look to enter a long entry. I'm gonna be a little bit aggressive with this. This is my dude, my camera is just what is going on? Why is it just freezing? Hold on, y'all. Gotta try to fix this. I have no clue what's going on. Sorry. Goodness. Need to clear my freaking throat. Right, hopefully it's a lot better now. Stupid freaking camera, dude. What's going on? Let's look at a market here. We did break above VWAP again, so I'm looking to go in here. Probably going to pretty aggressive. Let's see here. 900. 9 points. 4 is 36. So 37 should give me pretty good points. 37, I'm gonna go in there. Risking about, oh shoot, about 10 points here. Want to see us just push this high up here and go take the highs at 63. Come on, let's get this push. I don't get stopped out. I might have to move this a little bit lower, to be honest. Down here, realistically, would be the spot, but that would technically blow the count. But I want to see us push up to 63. As long as we can break 60 up here, we can get a good chance to go. So I'm going to risk about 14 points. Really want to see the bulls come here aggressive. We're looking to just play off of this bull flag right here with off the VWAP bounce. So let's get this push. As long as we can push back above 60, we can get that push up to 63.75. There we go. We have 60 on the ask. Perfect. Just like that. Saw the entry there. It wigged down. Didn't have enough juice to go down. So bounced back up. So we have officially made enough money to pass this account. I think this is my third day, so I can probably just, I can just flip the rest of the days. Being honest though, this morning was it was ugly, man. I was on a payout streak and I blew my funded account like a moron, and I'm just ashamed to admit, spent a lot of money that I should have, that I really didn't have to spend, but I was a moron. So, I mean, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But that was a perfect trade. I mean, I think I went 6 points into the negatives, but good thing I adjusted my stop loss. It was a really heavy trade, really aggressive, but this is just an evaluation account, so I wanted to really push it as much as I could, be aggressive with it, and just try to pass so I can flip the next 2 days. So I still have another funded account with Apex, one funded account. Made $400 on that one today, and luckily I walked away in time before. Well, I say walked away in time, but I committed to just walking away and not being an idiot, because that's not what you want to do. That's bad. 2 days. Yeah, so today will be my third day, so we're saying good. I mean, we made $900 on the dot. I probably should have, to be honest, pushed out a little bit more, but it's okay. leaves me with $5. So if I just take two simple trades, I think usually $1.25 is probably the most I'll lose. Even if $1.50, if I flip, that's like $3. So yeah, that'd be just enough to pass. I should get this funded account back on Friday, try to build that back up again, and kind of go from there. Gotta drink some water. One thing that I am a little bit disappointed about this mic is that there's no mute button, which is okay to be honest, because it's like it's solid, it's metal, and this thing's packing some weight. Hold on, y'all. I gotta adjust this so y'all don't hear me going boom, 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 boom. All right, much better. Sitting solid now. Jeez. Anyway, that winning trade was a 58-second trade. Went in about 5 contracts, super, super heavy, but want to just get one and done. Like I said, saw the ball flag kind of play out, bounced off VWAP, saw the rejection of the wick. It didn't come down to the low, so I just wanted to take the entry, ride it back up. It's come back down now, but that's one thing about scalping that I love is that I'm not here to hold for a long time. I'm just here to make my money and leave. Make my money. Get my money and leave. That's just what I'm focused about. I still have my 928 payout though. I did blow the funded account, but the payout should be coming, hitting my bank account tonight. So we're staying pretty solid. We'll pass this evaluation account. Just got to trade for 2 more days for the 5-day requirement. And then we'll just keep going from there. Breaking below VWAP. I wonder if it's just gonna chop tonight. I mean, today's session was rough. New York session, I got freaking obliterated with the chop up here. Freaking, where was it at? Is this today? Today's a, no, that's a second. Today's, where's the third? Up here. This is where I got chopped up. Because it just kept going up and down. Actually, no. It was here. This is where I got freaking, I got my ass handed to me right here, dude. Because this was so hard. Like, it came down, looks like it was breaking, and then it would just go straight up and straight down. Freaking hated it. And to be honest, I was, at some point, I could have had another $660 payout, but guess what? I got greedy. I wanted like 900 and something. So I went back in and I squandered a payout, a $660 payout that I could have gotten. And then I blew my funded account because I got greedy. So if you're going to learn from anybody, learn from my mistakes, okay? It's not financial advice, but if there's one thing that I can say is don't be greedy. If you have a payout, even if it's just like 500, take it. I squandered it. And now, after all of that stuff went down and the emotions settled down, all the dust, whatever you name it, I was just like, man, what did I do? Why did I just do what I did? Very emotional. And I was actually up and should have just walked away. That's right now, that's one of the things that I'm really just struggling with. It's just walking away after taking a loss. Right? More so than anything. Because I just hate losing. And that's my biggest thing right now. Sorry, y'all. If I can minimize my losses, that's really just being, one thing that I will help me become a better trader is being a risk manager. Because, everybody can make money, but can everybody hold on to the money that they've made? That's just the biggest thing. is not being stupid. Right, broke back down. Looks like the market's probably just chopping now. I mean, we're under VWAP, so not the best for the the bulls. I definitely I oh man, I'm glad I took profit where I did though. I got in at around like 51, 50. It went up to 66. So I took like a 9 point trade right around here. It went up, hit my take profit. There's my profit, my P&L, my account. So this is an eval right now. I passed it, which is great. One thing that sucks about passing funded accounts, losing it, is that when you get a funded account, you got to start all over. And that's, one of the most, I guess, it can be a little bit demoralizing. I remember just passing, like the thrill of passing an evaluation and getting a funded account. That was great feeling. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, oh, I passed another evaluation. Well, I'm thankful though. I'm not saying that I'm not thankful. I'm very grateful, and I definitely appreciate being able to become funded. But like getting to the point where like, dude, man, I was an idiot. I blew a funded account, and now I have to trade again on the funded and start from zero. And with the platform that I'm with, I can take daily payouts above $2,000. So getting back to that 2,000, it's just because it's intraday only too on the funded phase until you get to that buffer zone. But once I hit that buffer, it's just like, man, when you know that you can take daily payouts, it's great. But just like anything else out there, great things also have a bad side that a lot of people aren't aware. Your mindset just shifts. I'm like, dude, I can take money out, so I'm gonna swing for the fences, or having a money target in mind, be like, oh, I want to make $1,000 today. That's so detrimental. And I went through that today too. Had a $660 payout lined up. Didn't take it because I wanted to squeeze another 300. For some reason, like an idiot, then I squandered it. But you know what? That's what I get for being greedy. And if you make some stupid decisions, you better be able to commit through. Oh, falling down. Let me see here if I can show you my fills. I don't know if y'all can see it, but on this count was where I take my entry. That's green, but I entered around here. As you can see, this little red, this is where my take profit was. So perfect there. Looks like it's just chopping here, so I'd be careful. It might just kind of V up a little bit. Not financial advice, obviously. Don't follow any of my advice. Don't copy any of my trades. Just like my you know, warning is on the stream. But I mean, we're kind of in this zone from what it looks like. Let's see, draw here. Which there's that pivot point, but this is where like the zone is at right now, where we're kind of chopping in between. Very ugly. Very, very ugly with the chop. Sorry, y'all. Just had to do a little bit of coughing. Clear my throat. The good news is though I still have one funded account, so just gotta build that one slowly, and I gotta get back in the mode of just taking, because I past couple of days, because I've been just kind of, I guess, swing for the fences, what you could say, trying to get a payout every day when I should just take it easy. What I really need to be focusing on is getting more funded accounts and just take it easy trading the funded I have now, and then focus on passing evaluations and getting like building up my stock of funded accounts. Which one account you could do a lot of damage, but I want to get to the point where I'm having like over 10 plus funded accounts and from multiple prop firms, right? Max it out, whatnot. Just so because, if I blow one account, I can have a couple more lined up and just trade in. You know, if I blow one, I can take a payout on another. So that's the plan. That's the goal. What a bounce though. Bounce right off of 700. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this just kind of chopped here and went right back up. I always say though, my fill right here, man, that was good. That was about a perfect fill. Very risky trade too. I was very aggressive. Well, I can't speak right now. I was really aggressive with that trade because I went in 5 minis, which, man, if you're not used to trading that, when it goes into drawdown, oh man, it's a scary thing to see. Let's make sure that I have this set up correctly for my next session whenever I do trade on my computer. On the 5 minute though, it's really just like, it's literally a bar. Like we're just barcoding, which is kind of wild. So right now, taking a look at the market. Oh, no. Gosh dang, I closed out of a tab that I didn't want to close out of. Tragic, tragic. Right. Sorry, y'all. Just checking my phone here. Some notifications. I really got to find out or figure out what I want to put in the little black box in the top right. Because I may know there's my Instagram handle, but I got to put something there. I think I want to have like a very just simplistic. What I want to do is put a panel. I just don't know the name of it, but I want to put a panel up there, just kind of swiping like a PowerPoint, you know? PowerPoint. But you can see my position whenever I enter there, along with me, my beautiful face. Y'all are welcome. Got my camera. Man, first trade I took though. Sometimes you just gotta be aggressive, huh? If you see it, sometimes you gotta mark it in. Just gotta do what you do. I was down. Let's see. Yeah, I was 7 points in the negative. I'm reviewing my trade. It went down 7 points on me. Almost took me out. I'm glad I adjust. I mean, I didn't really need to adjust my my stop loss, but I'm glad I did adjust it. It worked out for the best. So panned out perfectly. It's kind of talking through it too. The both flag played out. Now it's just tanking now, but I don't care. Once I get my profit, I get my piece of the pie. The market can do whatever it wants. It's kind of the mindset that kind of adopted. Get my piece of the pie, and market. You can go do whatever you want after that. I think that's one thing that really, really, really gotta focus more on. Always come back to it. I mean, obviously, I have my base hits, and that's kind of how I play out. But some of the trades I took New York, I didn't record it because I wasn't home and I didn't have the chance to live stream either. So whenever I can live stream, y'all can see it, but it's ugly. But I'm $5 over the buffer for this evaluation, so I just gotta flip. I'm gonna switch to micros, flip 2 more days. So today's the third day, so third day. I might not. When did I start this? I think I started it Monday. I did. So I'm not gonna be able to get it until next Monday. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not gonna be too butthurt. I still have one other funded account, so that's good. I'm gonna be focusing on the other one. Kind of just build a buffer on that, couple payouts. Really want to get more just funded accounts, kind of stack up. I think I'm gonna have to just really focus on slowly building my accounts, so that way, when I do have some drawdown or have some losing days, I can be okay with it. Because playing right at the buffer and trying to play, payout or no payout can be a little bit rough. Overall, we're just barcoding. This is a 3-minute chart, so if you look at the 5-minute, I'm gonna get rid of my fills here. Get rid of that. Look, we're just, barcoding. Kind of, even on the 15-minute chart, you pull the 15-minute chart, we're literally just barcoding. But regardless, I'm going to switch this back to the 3-minute because that's my bread and butter. I trade off the 3-minute chart, and I look at the higher time frames just for a little bit of confirmation as well, see how the bars are reacting. What a sell, though. That is a wild move. Like, literally, that's almost 100 points, 90 points, whatever. So 770. We are getting some. This is a really good Asia session. With this amount of volatility, like, this is what you want. These are some good movements. Oh, geez, what was that? Just spiked down. 50, yeah, moving over 100 points. Yo, this is really good volatility. I think if the bears continue, if the bulls do not push this back up, then the bears might bring it down here to, you're looking at 24,600. On the daily chart, though, let's go look at the day. Yeah, we're crashing back down. Come back to this little junk down here, 24,400. Do we hold support here and then make a leg up, or do we continue back down to 23,000s? From the looks of it, looks like, that might be what's happening. You got this whole move down here. If this area up here does not hold a support, a good chance, it might wake down or pull back here, and then we just go back up and kind of keep chopping. So just some things I'm kind of keeping in mind. But that's the daily chart. I don't know anybody that enters based off the daily chart unless you're doing like options or something. I think if you're an options trader, you would look at the day and stuff. That would make sense. But as a day trader in futures, I'm not looking that far out. Max I'll probably go is, realistically 15 minutes. I'm a scalper, not a swing trader. I just want to get in, make my money, and leave, Breaking down. Looks like the bears have control, so we might see this level down here, 24,630. Opening a new candle in about 40 seconds here, so bulls still have a chance to save it. If in the next 30 seconds they can rip it all the way back up above 90, get above 700s, then this might have just been a liquidity grab, right? But doesn't have to be the case. To close down here, though, it's looking really good for the bears. I'm really curious if anybody caught the short up here, though. If you caught this, this was really unpredictable. This kind of like close and open is just really tricky to trade. Because if you were shorting here, maybe you planned it out, but you just close your eyes and what? Short. The bears are in control, though. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to go back to my dashboard, see if I can reset account. Do I have enough rewards? Oh, I'm $2 away? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. It is what it is. I'm not too hurt. Oh boy. The good news is, past this evaluation, so we're funded again with this prop firm. Really just gotta pass more accounts. I look back at some of the stuff I did today. It's just really stupid. Tell you what, but it's not the first time I've been here, right? Been here multiple times before, and I've gotten myself out. And if I've got myself out before, or I dug this hole, I can definitely dig my way back out. Just a mentality you gotta have, you know? You're gonna have ups and downs, and whenever you do have your down days, how do you handle it? Are you smart about it? Do you just give up? Or do you just lay there and die? You know? Really gotta be smart about or thoughtful about what you want to do. What a recovery. I wouldn't be surprised if this was just a full on V reversal right here. No green candles here at all. Just next, green. That would be a sight to see. Wouldn't that be something? You know? Wouldn't that be something? Actually, I want to check the news. What kind of news do we have tomorrow? Checking the economic calendar. So Chinese manufacturing. Oh, that's in 3 minutes. Chinese manufacturing PMI. Okay, that's 3-star news. So I wonder if we're gonna get some movement here. Even though that doesn't really matter to me. Tomorrow we have S&P Global Services PMI at first 15-minute open, and then okay, so top of the hour news and 8:45. So should get some big. Those should be some big movers. Should be some big movers. Gotta make sure I don't trade that tomorrow. Don't want to be caught up in that. Doesn't seem like the Bulls are gonna save it. Well, there is news coming out in 2 minutes. It's Chinese news, but I don't know how much that's gonna affect the market. But that probably explains why the juice has kind of died. Volatility. Not getting much movement now, but we'll see how that plays out. Got about 20 seconds. I wonder if it's going to move because it's considered a 3-star folder news. So 3 stars usually indicate that it's a big mover. We'll get some, at least like a small jolt of volatility. All right, so premature open here. A premature open. Continuation of the breakdown. Next level, you got this down here is 626, 420. Looking like we might be seeing that coming up here shortly. Kind of just into this little junk of a mess here. See that little bit of support. And I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye out right there just because this little area right here broke above this level, turned it into support, broke down. This is probably just a liquidity grab. Brought it right back up, which this is where I got chopped up for the morning session, and then it went back up. So we're now coming back to test this zone here. This is, I think a line in the sand. If the bulls cannot hold this level, then it's probably going to break. Although I would say last night's session was kind of crazy because we just freaking tanked. Look at that. I actually traded it too, and it just kept falling overnight. So we're going to get a repeat of that. Somebody caught a big move. That was 860 all the way down to, that was over 200 points. I mean, 300, you're looking at that. Super solid. But coming into the zone here, or the ball's going to save it. Kind of respecting it, Fake breakout. Getting some bears are getting squeezed out. But what would we see? 620. That would be a perfect sweep of 620s. ES is kind of teetering down too, so ES, NASDAQ could kind of respecting. ES has a, what is going on? ES has a gap at 1230. What is that? An intraday gap? Man, that's pretty dirty. Normally you would get the gaps with like the Asia Open, but an intraday gap on ES? Yo, what kind of stuff is that? You don't got much. Here we go, continuing down. What's gonna happen in this zone? To be honest, I really just wanted to see a break of 620 so I can feel good about myself, because I've been talking about that level. So, I mean, 30, close enough, right? Take it there. The good news though is that we've passed the this evaluation, passed it in 3 days. Just gotta trade 2 more days to meet the requirement of the 5 days. And we'll go from there. Here we go. Getting the bulls to step in. Is this zone gonna be respected? We chopped here for like 2 hours in the morning, so will the bulls respect this? And then just kind of bump it back up. I wouldn't be surprised if we did, because this close up here is not really pretty. So I would imagine that if we do bounce here, we come back up to this zone up here to basically kind of close this little no wick test, whatever, right? Just because for me, I call it unnatural. I don't know how else to explain it, but I've just determined that I'm calling it an unnatural close, right? That's just not, it doesn't make sense. You just go up and then all of a sudden just start selling down. So what is this, a ploy just to reverse it back up? I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened, or if that's what's gonna happen, right? But then again, like I said, this is not financial advice. Here we go, bulls will come back in. This zone's being respected. I think if they can close above 680, the bulls are back in town. It might be a bit of a grind up, right? But from the looks of it, I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that the bulls are coming back, right? Do we really get another night of just selling? It could happen, right? The market can do whatever it wants. The market doesn't care about your feelings. The market doesn't care about anything, about your opinion. The market is going to do what the market is going to do, right? And if you try to fight the market, you will always lose. Okay? That's just a fact. You can't beat the market. You just have to go with the market, if that makes sense, right? You just got to play the game. You got to play with the market. If you want to win, you got to make sure you set your strategy up to win with the market. But then again, that's not financial advice. It's just me speaking my opinion. Everything I say is not facts. Here we go. I mean, a close up here is pretty good for the bulls. That's a bullish close. The bulls get back in if they can push it back above the pivot point. Get back up to VWAP. I mean, I think bulls will take control again. I mean, looks like the bulls are back in town, you know. I don't know if I would want to short here. The bulls are definitely moving, so you got to be smart about what you do here. Took a long off this entry though. Props to you. Here we go. Bulls are back. Respected this level here. This is what we tracked from this morning. Huge chop, a huge liquidity grab. And now we came right back to it and bouncing off of it. Yeah, that's crazy. 40, so you captured that. That's 60 points. 60 points is, if you can get that any day, like every day, that is solid. I'm not going to even lie. We're back at 700. Yeah, I think the market's going to go up, and it might be a grinder, right? But this unnatural close is just probably going to get taken out. 770s. Really good volatility for Asia session, though. I'm not disappointed. Normally, it takes like 10, 15 minutes to move about like 10 points, but we're getting with that within like, we're getting 20-point moves in the 3-minute candle. That's like trading New York. Really good volatility. Obviously, though, I feel bad for anybody that decided to short right here. There's a bullish close. Closes up at the highs. We're at the top of the range. Normally, from what I've seen, okay, this is not financial advice, but just some pattern recognition is when it closes towards the highs, it doesn't have to happen, right? Because this closed up here and it sold right back down. But because that happened, is it going to repeat again? I don't know. Normally, if it's ranging and it closes at the top or bottom of the range, it's usually an indication that it's going to break out that way. That's just simple breakout trades, right? Nothing profound, nothing groundbreaking. It's just very basic stuff that anybody can learn at the beginning of their trading career, right? I learned that when I first started, like the first 2 months of day trading. Oh, sorry, all 700s. It'd be nice if the bulls could just continue this rally. Next candle that prints, they just keep going up. They gotta hold it up here, right and above the zone if they want to keep it going up. But if they lose, 80s, 70s, then they're done for. Bears take control again, and it just goes from there. Right now, though, Bulls are in control. Bears are coming right back in. Kind of depends if ES starts flushing as well, and if ES flushes back into its range. Pause. Okay, if it flushes back down to its range down here, then that's no bueno for the Bulls. But if they can hold it up here and just keep pushing up, make a new high with this candle, push all the way up to VWAP, I think the Bulls are in control. Like I said, this unnatural close is, I think it's gonna get filled. A V reversal here. Bulls, it's gonna be a fight here. We struggled a little bit here. The Bears struggled a little bit here coming down. So obviously coming up to it, kind of expecting it to have some trouble. But if the Bulls can break above VWAP, keep it going above 720, then I think they go fill this close up here. It might be a wick, just a wick test above here, but like I said, the unnatural close, it kind of happened here as well. This was kind of, I guess we kind of did it. Not really, but just have to be patient. There we go. VWAP push, perfect. Very good for the Bulls. One thing too is, obviously, if you are trading with a prop firm and you're not in a live account, your trades don't matter, okay? The ones that move the market are people that are actually in the market, live accounts. But thinking of like why this is happening, obviously, huge sell, and I would imagine there's a lot of people trying to short right here. So it's just collecting liquidity going all the way up. So the more people that sell, you got more buyers coming in. And they're just buying up the contracts, and then it goes all the way up, and then it takes a huge dump because it runs out of liquidity or whatever, contracts, whatever you name it. Either way, though, I think I'm done trading. I mean, I'm up 900 on the night past this evaluation account. So I'm pretty happy, to be honest. I was done within 58 seconds of trading, and I can't complain. But if you tuned in, I appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell because I am going live more often this year, and you're not going to want to miss